His name was Noah Fells, but online everyone knew him as Noah Dark, a horror streamer with over 3 million followers. He wasn't just known for playing scary games. What made him famous was how deeply he gave in to fear. He'd shake, scream, cry. Some people thought he was over the top, but that's exactly what drew so many viewers in. Real fear. But in the past few months, something had changed. The streams felt off. Some viewers swore that during what looked like normal broadcasts, shadows moved in the background. Others claimed to hear whispers during editing cuts, even when the videos were no longer live. Noah said it was all part of the immersion. But off camera, he was growing increasingly paranoid, locking doors, covering webcams, sleeping with headphones on, blasting music at full volume, to drown out the frequency, he'd say. The week before he vanished, a strange announcement popped up on his channel. Special stream at 3 a.m., only for those who can handle the truth. The stream started right on time. Black screen. Complete silence for 33 seconds. Then the image kicked in. Noah, sitting alone in the dark, lit only by the glow of his monitor. His eyes were sunken, his face pale. It looked like he hadn't slept in days. He was trembling, sweating, staring into the camera like he was begging for help. He whispered, "If you're seeing this, I'm sorry." The chat exploded, thousands of comments asking if it was all just an act. But Noah didn't respond. He just kept muttering random broken phrases. Sometimes he'd repeat things like, "Don't connect after 3, don't say their names," and "They feed on the viewers." Then he looked straight into the camera, like he was looking into each person watching. They live in the signal, and the more people watch, the stronger they get. Static tore through the image. For a few seconds, the screen was all glitchy, black lines slashing across the video. A figure appeared behind Noah, something still, humanoid. It was there, and then it wasn't. That's when he screamed, but it wasn't a scream of fear. It was cut short, like the sound had been sliced in half. His body dropped out of the chair. The camera tilted, pointing up at the ceiling. For a moment, only heavy breathing was heard. Then, nothing. The stream stayed online for exactly 3 minutes and 33 seconds before shutting down on its own. And the weirdest part? Anyone who went to his channel the next day found nothing. No saved stream, no explanation. Noah Fells, Noah Dark, never posted again. No stories, no updates, nothing. Officially, he vanished that same night. But there's something no one can explain. Those who managed to record the stream say the video still exists, but it can only be watched at 3:33 a.m. And those who watch till the end say they see something. When Noah's final breath was swallowed by the black screen, the world kept turning. But for Eric Dawson, an obsessed fan of the streamer, that moment was the beginning of something else. Obsession. Eric was the kind of fan who never missed a stream. He watched Noah's videos like a scholar going through ancient texts. What happened that night couldn't just be a stunt. Eric knew something was off. He was the first to catch it. The stream wasn't gone. Not really. It was still there, but weird. What seemed to have vanished from the internet was now somehow accessible again, but only if you knew exactly when to look. So he set an alarm for 3:33 a.m. and waited. When the time came, he clicked the link. The opening image was the same. Noah, trembling, staring straight into the camera with those messy, haunted eyes. Like he was being watched by something even he couldn't understand. But this time, something was different. The chat was gone. No comments. And the video quality had dropped. It was distorted, grainy. Eric frowned. He looked for the pause button, but when he touched the screen, a new message popped up. Not a regular message, a warning. "You really want the truth?" Eric felt a chill run down his spine, but he didn't close the stream. That strange feeling in his chest when, like something heavy pressing down, made it impossible to stop. He started skipping through the stream, frame by frame. Something was there, but he couldn't quite make it out. Then he found it. A hidden folder embedded inside the video. something that clearly wasn't supposed to be there. A file labeled 03 online. Curiosity took over. Without hesitation, Eric clicked. The screen shifted. A series of images and videos began playing, moments that were never part of the original stream. Strange footage of Noah behaving in ways that felt wrong. His movements robotic, forced, like something, or someone, was making him do things against his will. And with each new clip, a rising sense of dread clawed at Eric. But it was the final video that brought true horror. It showed a door, or rather a hallway. At the end of the hall there was a shadow, but not a normal shadow. This one moved, even while the video was paused. And when Eric leaned in for a closer look, he realized it was getting closer. Fast. On screen, the door opened, and behind it, Noah lay motionless on the floor, his eyes hollow, a crooked smile frozen on his face. As the video ended, Eric heard what sounded like a voice, low, warped, almost digital. "Now it's your turn. You're connected." Eric froze. His fingers trembled, but he couldn't look away. He shut his eyes for a second, trying to shake the image from his mind. But when he opened them again, something was wrong. He looked at his computer screen. The chat was back, but there were no names, just one link. Without thinking, Eric clicked. "You're online." He nearly fell out of his chair. The words flashed on the screen. A chill crept up his spine. He felt watched. Before he could even process it, his phone buzzed. He glanced at it, startled. A message from an unknown number. "You shouldn't have watched, they know where you are." His computer screen flickered, then went black. A moment later, it powered back on. Eric was alone in the room. The chat message had changed. Now it simply read, "You forgot the most important part, what you don't see." But Eric wasn't home anymore. He was somewhere else, a place that felt familiar, but wasn't. What he didn't realize was that by clicking the link, he'd also been connected. And more than that, he wouldn't be the last one to go looking for Noah Fells. Eric was missing. The police said he had run away from home. His family, desperate, swore that made no sense. His room was untouched, everything in place. Except for one thing. His monitor was still on, frozen on a black screen with a single message in red. Online. Days later, a new notification appeared on Noah Dark's channel, the same channel everyone thought was long gone. Live now, connection test. Stream started at 3 a.m. Those who clicked were met with a blurry image, almost no sound. Just a figure sitting in front of a screen, back turned to the camera. Head down. A familiar silhouette. It was Eric. He didn't move, didn't speak, just stared blankly ahead at whatever was on his screen. Comments started pouring in. Is this real? Is that Eric? Is this actually live? Somebody call the cops. Slowly, the image became clearer, and then people noticed it wasn't just Eric. Something was moving behind him, something that seemed woven into the darkness of the room itself, like it was stitched into the shadows. Every time the screen flickered, the shape became clearer. A skeletal figure, limbs far too long, no face, just black voids where eyes should have been. Eric finally moved. He turned his head slowly toward the camera. His eyes were sunken, lifeless. His skin stretched tight like it was about to tear. And then he spoke. "You're still watching, aren't you?" The camera shook. The image glitched. Then came a rapid series of distorted faces flashing on screen. The faces of people who had gone missing, including Noah. Each one stared straight at the viewer, one by one, and then came the final phrase. A different voice, deep, wrong. It wasn't Eric. It wasn't Noah. It wasn't human. "If you're watching, you're already one of us." The stream went dark, but the channel didn't vanish. It's still there. No new videos, no updates. Except for one thing. Every single night at exactly 3:33 a.m., one more subscriber disappears without a trace. And the follower count on the channel just keeps going up.